Welcome to our January Streaming Stories Spotlight. I'm Beth, an adult services librarian here at Rocky River Public Library, and joining me is Mary, a library associate in our adult and outreach department. Thanks for joining me today, Mary.
It's great to be here, Beth. Nice to see you.
It's nice to see you. Today we're featuring a 2009 foreign film, Entre, a semi-autobiographical film about a young immigrant woman and her two children who emigrate from Colombia to Queens, New York, and to be reunited with her husband. Shortly after they reunite, her husband abandons them and leaves them to fend for themselves in a foreign country where they don't know anyone, they don't have any resources, and there's some very large language barriers. I found this story to be so heartbreaking, but it touched many hearts and won many awards, and it was featured in many film festivals. Isn't that right, Mary?
It is. I mean, I agree with you. It was really it was in some ways I don't really want to call it a sad story, but it was heart-wrenching. But it was also a really warm story. We were talking about this earlier about how you wanted to just embrace this family and take care of them. You really felt like they were you really felt like that could be my family. That could be anybody. They're not just strangers from a strange land, you know. They're just regular people who need help, and it was just wonderful. I'm Beth. You choose fantastic movies, and yet again, I loved watching this. And thanks for making a great choice.
Yeah, it was it released in 2009, so it seems like maybe it would be a little bit dated, and it was based on the main character's her mother's immigration story. And so it's fascinating and sad to see these accounts of people immigrating, and that it's kind of continues is like a continuous issue, helping people find the resources and hooking them up with the resources that can help them thrive and survive. And so that goes into this whole immigration situation that has been a ongoing problem in our country for decades now, apparently.
It really, I mean, that's really what it is. It's the story. It's an immigration story, and the thing that I found startling about it is that we do live in such a wealthy country, and that we have so many resources. For there's so I'm sorry. What I mean to say is there's so much money out there, and here's this young mother with a 10-year-old and a 6-year-old, and who are the people that help her, that pull her along, are the people just like her, people in her own community, other people who are living on the edge, who are living day to day, trying to figure out how they're going to survive. Those are the people who came to our aid. And it was baffling. Like, it was wonderful to see that she could rise above it and carry on. But it just was baffling to me that those were the people that brought her to that point.
Absolutely. And it heart-wrenching, yeah, just to watch her interactions with other people who could also, just, you're right, living on the edge, and just how much everyone was struggling, but she was able to find and build a community where she was at with what she had, which was nothing. So it was beautiful. It was a beautiful story. At the very end, I hadn't realized when I was watching it that it was based on her mother's experience. So I was a little like in disbelief that it did have a happy ending, because there were so many moments where I was sad and sad and sad, and these were just such horrendous situations to be in, and for her to be able to come out triumphant. So there is a happy ending. Spoiler alert there, but it just really just speaks to her perseverance, and her family's her children and their bond and that they had together was beautiful. And her
It,
children were so good. What good kids.
Oh my gosh. I had read somewhere that the woman who plays the young mother, I think I have this right, is also the writer of the story. She's the director. She's obviously the main character. She's the young mother. And the two children that are in the 10-year-old boy and the 6-year-old girl, I had read somewhere that I think she she saw like something like 400 boys for that part, and they ended up picking those two. And if you read any reviews about the movie, they just really talk so highly of those two young kids. While they don't talk a lot, it's just how they interact. Like you said, it's just this genuine love and compassion that you see on the screen between these three family members, despite all their struggles. And so that's what kind of keeps you connected to the movie. It keeps you wanting to keep watching it, instead of it getting so grim and so dark where you just want to, like, shut it off and be like, I can't do this right now. While there's pieces of that, there's just as many, if not more, pieces of, just like I said, their love and compassion and support. And that's what keeps you connected.
Yeah, it was awesome. So thanks for watching it with me. It was a little heavier, um, than I would have liked going into 2021, but that's okay. It is an important story to tell, and it's so important for us to experience other people's stories. So I'm so thankful for films and books to be able to help me uh, grow my empathy for others so much.
I agree. And that's why I'm so grateful to you, Beth, for picking out a great film.
It was a good one. So next month we're going to talk about another really important, this one is going to be a documentary called John Lewis, Good Trouble, and we're really excited to feature that awesome documentary to learn more about the important legacy of John Lewis. And yeah, so I can't wait to talk about that with you next month, Mary.
So that would be February. And next month is it African? What is next month? African American
Heritage
month?
Month, Black History Month.
Is it Black History Month? So
Hmm.
we'll definitely be, focused on that. But for all you viewers, there's a lot of great films out there. We've talked about a few of them. I Am Not Your Negro is a great one. And we'll probably mention a few more.
Yeah, Hoopla and Canopy both are just full of excellent, be it fictional stories or documentaries. There's
Mhm.
something for everybody and so much to learn and so much to experience. So I can't wait to talk to you about that.
Sounds good, Beth.
All right. Thanks, Mary. You have a great day.
All right, we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.